Hey everyone, David DeHaas, Living Waters, and today we thought we'd share with you how to do a colon hydrotherapy session. So in the next little part of this video, my wife Wendy is going to come on and show you how this system works. It's really simple to do. And once you master this, which only takes you about one setting, you're going to not only feel light and refreshed, but you're going to make changes to your body. When you start getting the old garbage out of the system and start getting proper bowel movements and getting these toxins, these heavy metals, these parasites, you'll not only change physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well. It's been so much fun to watch over the last 10 years. We've been involved in this 10-day deep tissue cleanse, to watch people come in here with all manner of ills and pains, emotional trouble, torment that's been going on all for many years. And when they start releasing and getting rid of those old parasites and all that old energy, things change very quickly and very easily. So go ahead, take about 10 minutes and watch Wendy as she tells you how this machine works. Because once you do that, you take the fear out of this. It's really easy to do, guys. You're all covered up. It's very private. You've got a phone, you can call a colon hydrotherapist. The first day, they're in here helping you quite a bit to get your comfort, but it's really easy. It's really easy. So let's get rid of the stigma of colon hydrotherapy, because I know if everyone did it, we could drastically save on sick care costs in this country.
Hi, blessed one. Welcome to your first day at Living Waters, doing your first colonic. I want to go quickly over the bed with you, what we're doing here. This is a Libby bed, stripped down, showing you all the different components of it. First of all, on the Libby bed, we have this wooden cabinet, and it encloses all the components to the colonics. We've got a UV light, and the water's getting filtered past a UV light that catches and kills bacteria, chemicals, a whole huge list of what the UV light is doing. And the water's going past that, through the carbon filter and into you. So filtered two ways the water is. And then the bed, L-I-B-B-E, Libby Beds, is FDA approved, not only in the US, but all over the world. Wonderful bed, beautiful, wonderful toilet. And all these controls right here at your fingertips, that makes it really nice, but the first day I don't want you to be concerned about that. I'll show you how to use them, more accustomed to them as you go through the cleansing process through different days. So to share with you, there's a wedge. There's all these different cushions, they all move, and the wedge here, the first day I have it here so that you feel more upright, like you're like a toilet. And so you eliminate much easier with the fecal matter and the urination. So you're peeing and pooping on here. And then after that, the next day and so forth, the wedge is up here, and you can easily pull it down or ask your colon hydrotherapist to help you. So we throw a towel over it so it makes it nice and warm for you. And we have a blanket. And I'll quickly show you how to get on the colonic bed. When you disrobe, when you're here, we'd like you to at least minimum take off from the waist down. Great if you take everything off, especially women. You want to take your bra off, and everybody, I say be naked when you go on the colonic bed, because the blanket comes clear up to here. Please hang your clothes here on these hooks. Please don't cover the gown, because the colon hydrotherapist needs to wear that. And of course, there's a chair here for you to sit down on and to get yourself ready to go on the colonic bed. So you're getting onto the colonic bed. Take it easy. Bring your legs up. Swing over. So like this. And then there's different leg positions once the cleanse starts, but I'll quickly show them. You can put your legs up like this. Either one like this, or over like this. So this is the standard one, down like this. And here at your fingertips is the cart. Please make sure, hopefully you can see this, that you use this handle, not this, because the store moves. And this stays stationary. I'm going to pop up so I can show you a few things on this cart. Once you're laying here, there's tubing. Now the tubing's really small. It's smaller than a pencil, the end of a pencil. It's smaller than my little finger. And that is called the rectal tube, and it goes into your rectum. And typically, the minimum that you want the rectal tube to go is right here. The maximum is right before the curve. So Blessed One, if you're going to put the rectal tube in yourself, you can grab a glove from right here on the cart and put that on, stick the jelly on your finger, lube up your rectum, and pop the tube in. I just lean up like this and pop it in, and I squish down a tiny bit, and the tube is in there. The splash guard should be up and on here. The splash guard's important. It keeps your blanket all clean and without fecal matter on it. Makes noise. It's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. And then on the cart, the rolling cart, you've got the intercom to call the colon hydrotherapist, INT1. It's also explained on this sheet of instructions, number 8. So that'll call the colon hydrotherapist. We also have, okay, Blessed One, you've got the rectal tube in, or you're going to have the colon hydrotherapist come in and help you. Now I've got my rectal tube in, or I can call the colon hydrotherapist, and before I call him, I've got my blanket up all the way over me. I'm completely covered up. Now I'm going to call the colon hydrotherapist. I'm going to hit INT1, and that's going to ring. It's not going to ring in here. I'm not going to hear it here. It rings out at the desk, and it's not a telephone. There's no talking on it. And if I'm confused, number 8 on this little sheet of paper explains INT1. INT stands for intercom. And then also on this tray, I've got paper towels, I've got Purell, I've got wet ones. So right here at my fingertips, I have the items I'm going to need for the cleanse. And on the controls here, colon hydrotherapist comes and knocks on the door. I need to say yes. That means that the colon hydrotherapist can enter, or no, I'm not ready. So the colon hydrotherapist won't come in until they hear yes or no. If they hear no, they just walk down the hall, put a couple more minutes on the timer before they come back and knock again. So on the controls, this control right here controls the temperature. The colon hydrotherapist has set this, so please do not mess with this, because this is real fragile. Just a tiny movement will make it shoot the temperature way up or way down. But this controls the water. So the first day when you come in, the colon hydrotherapist, once you've called them, they'll come in and put the water on here, 1/4, and then 5 minutes later they'll come back and knock and get your permission to go a half, and then 5 minutes later 3/4, and then 5 minutes later the full amount. So about 20 minutes the full amount. Or you can just decide to go the full amount. Just turn it like that. And if you start to feel cramping, because you're going to have 6 to 20 bowel movements. And as you know, when you're on the toilet, you have discomfort with just one bowel movement. You're going to have, so at times, discomfort, and boom, the stuff's going to come out. And then you'll have this relief feeling, and then you'll feel that feeling of building up again. So I suggest breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. And I really encourage clients to massage, starting on the right side and gently, really softly, gently massaging the shape of how their colon's going, starting on the right, up, around, and down. And if you get to the point you just, oh my word, I gotta have this turned off, just turn it off for a moment, and then you can turn it back on, and you get to regulate. This is what's so great about this bed. You get to decide how to play. And then if there's you want to see what's coming through the fecal tube, the tube down here, you see fecal matter, parasites, heavy metals, all kinds of stuff coming out. If you get tired of looking, you can use this and it'll save your neck from that cramping, especially as you continue on a 10-day. This really is nice to have this mirror down here. And then the viewer tube, I've just gone through these. That first one, that water flow control, was the one with the water coming in. The viewer tube, I'll turn it on for a second. It's just like the toilet flushing. It's just cleaning out the tube, and none of that water's going into you. That's a separate control just to flush the tube. Then the sprayer hose rinsing valve right here, when you're all done with the Colonic, I'll explain that in just one moment, what we do at the very end with that. And this manual operation, do not use that. isn't even there as far as I'm concerned. And this control right here, please don't touch it. That's set up with the numbers that we need for the machine to work correctly. And you need it to be the temperature. We want the temperature to be about between 102 104. And if it goes above 106, the machine turns off, so you need to call your colon hydrotherapist to come and adjust it for you. And if it goes down to 98 or below, we want the colon hydrotherapist to come in and adjust that for you. So please don't touch this. So back to the sprayer hose. So you've eliminated, you had a really good cleanse. It's the cleanse is done. The colon hydrotherapist has come in, and your colonic is done, and she's asking you to sit up. So the water turns off. You sit up, and when you first sit up and you slid back like this, the tube has popped out, and if it hasn't, just reach down and pop it out, and it just lays there in the base. And you keep the blanket on because you can get chilled. And you sit up. And we're asking you to sit up and drain out for 10 minutes. And it could be longer. But you want to be really on top of this. So I lean up, I lean back, I lean up. I'm just really consciously seeing everything drain out. So after 10 minutes, and I'm all drained out, the colon hydrotherapist comes in and tells me, okay, 10 minutes are up. I say, yeah, that feels good. I feel cleaned out. Then she leaves, and this has been turned on, the sprayer hose rinsing valve. I pull that out, and I toss the blanket off onto the floor over here in the corner. Try to miss those wires over there. So it just indicates to the staff that's dirty. I take the splash guard, I put it down here on the side, the left side, and I spray the tubing off because it's city water and it's cold. And it takes 30 seconds to a minute to get warmed up. So I just thank you so much for cleaning this. And once it's all cleaned out and then the water's warm, I clean off myself, my privates. And then I pull the cart over here. At my fingertips, I got paper towels, Purell, wet ones to get myself all cleaned up. Put the sprayer hose back in here. Pull out all the tubing. Throw it in the garbage. Got myself all cleaned up. I slowly get off to bed. Take my legs, turn over, take a deep breath. Because it's been a while since I've been on the bed. I just slowly get up. And typically I'm naked, so then I might need some more towels. Or, oh my word, I have to go to the bathroom. Just get back on here, flip back over, and use this as your big toilet. I tell you, I've tried to get my clothes back on and go to the bathroom. Yeah, it's messy. I get a mess going, and it's not fun to clean up. So I'd rather have you just get right back on the bed if you feel like something's coming. All right, blessed one, you get dressed. Thank you for coming in.
I'm David DeHaas, Living Waters. If you find this helpful, please give us a like. Please give us a share. Make a comment below. We'll answer your questions. You make it a blessed day.